Right, hello, welcome to the Mag Central YouTube channel, where today we've got a Bournemouth match reaction, and yet again, they were shite. They were rubbish again. I'm going to get into the controversial decisions in a minute, because we were so bad again. Like, there was no improvement from Southampton at all. Newcastle target Noni Madueke scored a hat-trick for Chelsea, whilst we had Jacob Murphy drop a 5 match rating. So yes, but before getting all that, probably, then if you haven't already, then please do leave a like and subscribe for more Newcastle related content. And please do enjoy the video. Starting things off, the first 15 minutes we actually looked alright. We looked good, and then we went back to the usual of just poor second every ball. Big Joe was rubbish. He was really bad today. Joe Linton. They were all bad, to be fair. Like, every one of them was ridiculously poor. Bournemouth aren't that good, but they look so significantly better than what we did, and they've been done so harshly for a draw. That is so lucky, because it was never a handball. This came off Dan Burns' arm. When I first seen the replays, I did think, yeah, it's a handball. Then it's come off the Premier League badge of Dan Burn. So we got away with one there. And then we'll go up the other end, and Joe Linton pulls Neto down by his throat, which was a red card. That's more of a red card than last week. Hey. Hey. But no, it was so poor. Pope didn't really have a lot to do, because Bournemouth had shots, but they were either hit the bar or they went over a wide. Like, he didn't have a great deal to do. Livramento was poor. It was his fault for the first goal. He was tracking Tavernier all the way and then just stopped, so he was unmarked at the back post. Kraft, alright. Like, he was any worse than the rest of them. But again, there was so many times where it was so poor in his passing. It was really bad of him. Dan Burn was alright. Didn't make any mistakes. Didn't do anything good either. He was just solid. He done enough. Lloyd Kelly was shit. He just refused to put a tackle in. Every time we came down Kelly's side, he'd jockey Semenyo, who would just cut inside and beat him every time. So he was poor. Longstaff was poor. He didn't do a lot either. Longstaff, when he's joining it, so if we counter attack, he's so slow and from getting to get up. But then even when he's not on the ball, he just saunters around. It's going to be such a relief to have Tonali back, because my Christ, Longstaff, he's pushing the limits now. He doesn't do anything. He had an alright game against Southampton, but it was back to his usual self today and being poor. Then Bruno, in the first half, he done a few good passes, but then didn't really do a lot else, and he looked quite slow on the ball. But in the second half, he did improve quite significantly, and he was quite good. Joe Linton was terrible in the first half, is the only way of putting it. He was terrible. And then in the second half, he was also he was slightly better, but should have been sent off at the end. I'm not even going to dispute it, because I'd be furious if someone, like, if it was the other way around, if like Semenyo did that to Pope, everybody would be up in arms saying that's like a blatant red card. So, but I will say it's about time we've had a good decision off a referee. I think it's like the first time ever a VAR like decision has like went in our favour. Because I mean, when else have we had a decision where like, oh, that should never be given? Like, realistically, Bournemouth have been robbed, but it's about time we robbed somebody. Like, I would have preferred it if it was against like a Man United or somebody, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be, oh, Newcastle cheat. Like all the referees are like, they love them. Fuck off. Like, every like corrupt decision last season was against us. So we're allowed one game where a decision actually goes in our favour. And then Gordon was really poor. I know he scored, but he didn't do anything. He hasn't done anything. He didn't do anything against Southampton either. He's been so poor. Come back after like the great season he had last season, and then I know he didn't play at the Euros, which would be even more reason for him to get a rocket up his ass, like prove why he should have been playing. But no, he didn't do a great lot. Murphy is shit. We've got to replace Murphy and Almiron, because the pair of them cannot be our wingers for the season. Between them, it's like having two. It's just two pair of fucking idiots you're relying on to try and do something. And then Isak didn't. He done a few bits and pieces, but like again, didn't really do anything. Didn't really have like a big chance, which isn't his fault, to be fair, because he's got to have those chances made from. But like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hugo brought on Trippier, done well when he came on. I thought he improved that side significantly from what Livermento was doing, because as I said, he was shit. Lewis Hall, he done all right. He steadied it a bit instead of Lloyd Kelly, but again, he didn't do a great deal. Trying to think who else came on. Willock came on and done well. He made a few good runs, which is a point I'd like to make. Nobody else in our team is like Willock. Nobody makes the runs in terms of the midfielders, in terms of Bruno, Joelinton, Longstaff, Tonali, whoever. Nobody makes the runs where Willock will get it, pummel it, like take such a heavy touch past the defender, and like run round them like a winger would. So yeah, he came on, done well, put a few good crosses in. So yeah, he was probably the best player. Trying to think. Yeah. I'd say Willock was probably our best player today, even though he only played like 20 minutes. Who else? Almiron done fuck all, but he only played about 2 minutes, to be fair to him. And Barnes got the assist, made a few good runs, should have scored quite early on from when he got subbed on. When he put it just wide. But yeah, so he was alright. But it's a point more than I thought we were going to get, if I'm being totally honest. But it was nearly 3 drop points. It was nearly knee points, which was ridiculously lucky. Because, as I say, that is never ever a handball. And Joelinton should have been sent off. But we've got Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup during the week. And if we get beat off them, then call the season off. Because if we get beat off them, it means we're out of the cup before September. it means we will have got beat off Forest, which is quite bad in itself. Nearly got beat off Bournemouth, and only just beat Southampton. They're like 3 mid-table to lower end of the table where we've struggled, permitting we get beat off Forest, which we should win. As I say, we really should win, but with these, like, you never fucking know. And then let's say we do get beat off Forest, we might as well just pull our pants down for Tottenham, because there's no way we get anything against them if we get beat. But let's look on the bright side. Still unbeaten in the league, when you put it that way. Madueke scored a hat-trick, so we're not getting him. And Crystal Palace is in the bottom 3. So, little sideways step, you're in the bottom 3. If I don't make a video before the Nottingham Forest game, I don't see us make a sign, personally. I know people have been saying Gahey'll sign for next week. I don't see it. I don't see we're signing anybody. But I could make another video on that entirely. So if you have liked this video, then please do give it a like and subscribe for more Newcastle related content. And I've been your Mag Central, and I will see you in the next one.